Hello guys, I'm happy you joined me today. I promised you guys I was going to come online today. In my earlier post to talk about entrepreneurship. And I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, with this talk show. I'm here today to actually try to throw some light about entrepreneurship. But before I begin, I want to thank Tribe Tampere for giving me this opportunity to use this space to be able to communicate with you guys about this topic, entrepreneurship. And Tribe Tampere, if you don't know what Tribe Tampere is an open space, an organization that helps to inspire entrepreneurs, startup, to give them a space to cultivate their ideas, develop their ideas, help them with give them support to be able to be successful. And since I came to Tribe, doing a language program with Valhalla Technology, I've come to learn so much from this space, achieve so much from being with these people and being together with them and trying working with them, trying to understand what they do here. It has been so helpful to me in my own development, in trying to focus more on what I'm doing. And using this opportunity, I said, let me come and be doing the show with you guys, come once in a week or twice in a week and bring in some speakers, some people, experts who have gone through this business kind of world stuff, and will give us or give you guys or give my viewers an opportunity to learn about entrepreneurship, what it takes to become an entrepreneur, and so forth. My life is all about trying to inspire people to do what they must do to be successful. At times, we be in our communities, or we be in our various departments, or in our homes, or wherever we are, we find difficulties in what we do, and we want someone to help us, or someone to encourage us to do what we must do to be successful. And so far, I have been trying to do that. I come online most of the time to talk about other stuff, but this time around, I want to talk about this topic because nowadays many people want to become an entrepreneur, and in the course of becoming an entrepreneur, they don't know what it takes to become an entrepreneur, or they might have made some mistakes and become discouraged and so forth. I'm not coming to you guys today as an expert, or as kind of someone who knows it all, or someone who have a solution to these problems. But I'm coming to you like someone who is in need, someone who is in the process of becoming an entrepreneur, and sharing my experience with you guys can help you to encourage you who have an idea, or someone like you who have something in the future that you want to do. That's why I say let me start with this first, and as the day goes by, I'm gonna invite some Tampere experts, some other people who are in startup businesses, so that we can answer some questions from you guys. So this is just all about talking more and so forth. So going into this topic, entrepreneurship is kind of popular topic that everyone, when you ask somebody, do you know who is an entrepreneur? And at times, many people tend to misunderstand, or tend to get a different notion or a different feeling about who an entrepreneur is. Some people think that an entrepreneur is the same like a business person, but it's different from that. It's far away different from that, and you can become a business person from entrepreneurship. But in this session, we are going to see, more about entrepreneurship. To begin with, I don't know if you guys can see what you guys can see there. An entrepreneur, be asking yourself like the meaning of, of an entrepreneur. You know, going to the online dictionary. You know, I have to like do some research about this and like have a concrete description of who an entrepreneur is. And it quotes, it's a person who starts a business and is willing to risk lose in order to make money, or one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risks of a business or enterprise. So, if there's no real business or risk, you are not an entrepreneur. So, having said this, you know, going to this position, like, okay, then who is an entrepreneur? You know, because at times where when we go into the dictionary and want to put it in applicable form, or to put it in a form that is applicable to our daily life, or in what we do daily, or in what we do in our job site, or in what we do with our ideas, or with what we do to cultivate our ideas. An entrepreneur is anyone with the capacity, willingness to develop, organize, manage a business, take risks to make profit. You know, an entrepreneur, you have to be able to engage yourself into risks. Come out from your comfort zone. You have to make sure that you don't think like how other people think. You know, at times you might have an idea and want to collaborate your ideas with someone else, and you want to like explain what you do with somebody, but they don't understand. They don't have that vision of what you're doing. And you know, I remember when I started my online business stuff, and I had so many discouragement from people. They didn't see that this was possible. Like this can be possible. They like say that, you know, this is not like, this idea is kind of like crap. You know, how do you think you're gonna be successful with this? How do you think you're gonna be successful with that? And you know, I must tell you this. I have no background in business. I've never done business in my life. I've never become an entrepreneur in my life. I've never like, you know, managed a business in my life. So this was kind of like, okay, I'm going to a new level. I'm going to a world that, you know, it's gonna be okay. What now? Those discouragement, those misunderstanding, or those kind of petty talks to derail me from my track. Every obstacle that has come my way in the course of my of doing what I do, you know, I have been able to manage it successfully, and that I'm proud of myself. That's why you see, if we talk about an entrepreneur, you have to have the capacity. You have to have the capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage a business. Take risks to make profit. You know. So going forward, you know, you will say, or somebody will say, okay, now I don't know anything about entrepreneurship. You know, what are the roles of like, what do they do? Like, what are their role in the society? You know, kind of like asking themselves these questions, like, you know. So I don't know if you are that person who is like, you are trying to ask yourself this question, like, who is an entrepreneur, like the role of an entrepreneur in the community. You know, you should be able to understand that entrepreneurs are the main players behind a successful economy. You know, if an economy is successful, it means that entrepreneurs are behind it. They are the ones who, you know, they are the ones who bolster the economic growth. They're the ones who work out their butts, who like try to do things differently to make sure that the economy is going, or make sure that the life is going. Because they want to become the boss of themselves. They want to do things or when they are comfortable. They want to do things when they are like, you know, they don't have to be working on people's schedule. You know, but that's not only the reason why you know, you have to become an entrepreneur. You know, but having been said, you know, that entrepreneurs are like the backbone behind economic growth in a country. You know, so it is good thing to reward and encourage entrepreneurs for the job they do. That's why, you know, at times I'm always proud of myself. You know, I'm proud of myself, what I've achieved so far. with what I'm doing. You know, I'm not saying that what I'm doing it has made me become like so like rich, you know. But there's little problems that comes my way that I can manage and resolve it without any knowledge of that. Tells me that if I can do this, it means anyone else out there can do it. You know, don't sit and say to yourself that because I have gone to school, I don't have a job, the government has not employed me, you know, the government, you know, I'm trying to look for a job, but the government will not give me job, blah, blah, blah. No, try to see how you can think out of the box. Try to see that what can you do, what are the skills that you have, I mean, there are families, there are parents, or there are mothers who give birth to kids. I mean, they come up with ideas in the course of taking care of your kids at home. I mean, doesn't matter if your schedule is so tight, or maybe you don't have time. But what that matters is you have that ability to think out of the box. Don't wait for people to come and give you food to eat. Don't wait for the government to say, okay, the government will come and give me job. I'm done with my masters, I'm done with my bachelor's, I'm done with my business studies, I'm now waiting for a job. You have to go there, and at times you find yourself doing different things, you know, things that you didn't study at school, because you don't have to study most that you do only what you studied in school. You know, look at me here. Everything about me now is entrepreneurship and technology. I didn't study that in school. In fact, I've never gone to a business school. I've never gone to an to a technology school. All what I've been doing so far is doing it by my own, studying at home, doing research, and trying to see what I can do more and more and more daily. So now I believe you are acquainted with the role of an entrepreneur. I also have this question that was sent to me by one of my viewers on Facebook, and he said that can anyone become an entrepreneur? You know, when I got this question, I was kind of like, really? Yeah, of course, anyone can become an entrepreneur. Anyone can become an entrepreneur, but not everyone will become an entrepreneur. You might want to become an entrepreneur, you know, you might like think, okay, I can do this, you know, but it doesn't mean that you will be successful. And if you really want to be successful, you have to get the appropriate mindset. You have to be disciplined. You have to have confidence and willingness to come out of your comfort zone, as I mentioned earlier. So, you know, this idea of entrepreneurship, I mean, is kind of like it might be so ambiguous, you know, like you might find yourself in a different, you know, the department, or you find yourself doing different things, or saying that you don't want to become, you don't want to be around your friends, so you don't want to go out to do certain things because you want to focus yourself at home, with yourself at home, to try to develop yourself and so forth. But the idea is, if you really want to become an entrepreneur, doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you have to isolate yourself from people. It doesn't mean that you have to put yourself, you know, like in a box in order to be successful. All what you need to do is kind of like try to collaborate with people, try to do research, try to communicate with people, try to understand what people are doing, what, you know, they try to communicate the issues that you're having in your business, or the issues you're having, the issues that are preventing you from moving to the next level. So these are so important points that if, say, you want to become an entrepreneur, or if, say, you are thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, you have to always put yourself on the line. Say to yourself that it doesn't matter what happens. What that matters is you have a goal. You need to focus on that goal. That mindset, that is very important. And this whole aspect of discouraging you, or people trying to talk you down for like trying to say or make you to understand that what you're doing is not good, or what you're doing is not kind of like successful, or your business idea is kind of crap. It should be the more reasons for you to be to do what you're doing. You know, at times not everyone can understand what you're doing. At times even the most successful business people cannot see the value of an idea, of your idea. You know, I've watched so many business programs, attend few business seminars, even events, and I tend to understand that at times it's not what people think that makes a business successful. It's about what you think that makes a business successful. It is about the effort, the ability, the time, the discipline, the confidence you put in your business, and how you can communicate it to the public, how you can target your clients, what your clients need. That is enough for you to be successful in whatever thing you're doing. So if you're having that question, you're having this trouble, like, okay, yeah, I mean, this entrepreneurship is not for me, you know, it's kind of like not my thing. You should take it away from your mind, you know, because that mindset is not good when you really want to be successful in what you do. I had another question, you know, that says, can entrepreneur take risk? You know, this question is kind of like interesting, and it's just, or I see it as the basics of entrepreneurship. You know, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you know, you have to be able to focus on risk. Don't be disappointed. Do not think to become an entrepreneur if you are not ready to take risk. You know, don't think if you are not ready to take risks, don't become an entrepreneur. You don't have to become it. Just keep doing what you do. Be in your comfort zone. But if you are willing to have sleepless nights, if you're willing to think of the greater like think out of the box, then you are ready to become an entrepreneur. Many people will see your ideas as failure, you know, as I mentioned earlier. You need to think different possibilities to prove them wrong. You know, I mentioned this earlier also. And more to that, you have to believe in yourself. Yes, you have to believe in yourself. You know, self-confidence is what most of us lack to succeed. That's self-confidence. We always tell ourselves that we can't do this, I'm not good for this, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. But if you stop, if you think for once that you can do whatever thing that you lay your hands on, then trust me, you are going to cross so many bridges. You are going to cross so many bridges. You know, when Jesus Christ came to this world, he had a focus to save mankind. He had a focus on his mission. And because he had that focus to save mankind, his mission was successful. Because the apostles had the focus to do what they want to do to follow Christ, their mission was successful. Because the people who discover, you know, Bill Gates, who discover Microsoft, he was focused in order to make it possible. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, he was focused. Why can't I be focused? Why can't I believe in myself also? Why can't you believe in yourself also? Are we different? Are you different? Am I different? Are they different? No, we all have the same brains. All we need to do is to stop thinking the wrong thing. Think the right thing. Think what is relevant. Don't spend your time or your effort doing things that derail you or that distract you from your focus. Try to put yourself in a box that you know everywhere around you is surrounded by advantages or opportunities. Don't put yourself in a situation where everything around you is just chaos, or everyone around you is just trying to discourage you in what you do. Put yourself in a position where if you turn to right, you will get help. If you turn to left, you turn to left, you get help. You turn to right, you get help. You look in front, you get help. You look behind, you get help. You look up, you get help. You look down, you get help. That's what you have to do. You know, I'm not a good speaker. I'm not a fancy speaker, or I'm not like kind of like someone who want to use speech to capture people, or want to force people to become what they, or make people to do what they have to do. I'm not somebody that I think that if I'm achieving something, or if I have a solution to for something, I want to share with so many people. I want to share my experience with so many people. You know, when I started my Everyone's Choice shop, e-commerce shop, you don't know, I'm kind of running an e-commerce shop. Right now I'm just on Facebook, and the name of the shop is Everyone's Choice. And when I started this, it was not easy for me, and I didn't have a single customer. You know, it was kind of like really, but I was focusing on what I have to do. I saw the marketing need, I saw the goal, and right now I still have to do so much, and I've made so much mistakes. There are times that I didn't want to listen. There are times that I didn't want to focus on the important things. There are times that I had to be like that careless of what I'm doing. But in those mistakes, in like going through those periods, in my life or in the course of the business, it made me to understand, to learn so many things. And right now, I can say that I am on the right track, because the little issues that was troubling me, that was making me to feel discouraged in the beginning, it's making me more stronger now. I haven't even started yet. I'm not doing anything. But what I'm doing right now is what I think I should be doing right now. And I'm supposed to like try my possible best to encourage my community, my friends on Facebook. You know, don't take this like if it's coming from me. Take this as it's coming from you. Take this as a reminder call for you to wake up and do what you must do to be successful in life. My challenges might be the breakthrough. You know, my challenges might be your kind of like nightmare, or the step that I need to move forward might be just what you need to blow off your business. You know, so sharing with you guys is very important. A recap of today's agenda. You know, we have talked about the meaning of the word entrepreneur. We have talked about who is an entrepreneur, the role of an entrepreneur, and also can anyone become an entrepreneur, and can entrepreneur take risks. You know, these points that are being put forth to you guys today is something which I think, if say you want to become an entrepreneur, if say you have that idea that you are struggling with and you don't know how to begin, if say you're kind of like you have a startup business and you are finding difficulties to manage your startup business, then I want to encourage you that you are on the right track. Just keep doing what you do. Keep focusing on what you do. If you're in Tampere, then please, I want you to visit Tribe Tampere at Pinikatu 47. You know, Tribe Tampere is an open space for anyone, you know, who have an idea, a startup, or you just wanna like have an open space for you to free your mind, to meet people, international people, like people who are also trying to do their startup business, people who are trying to like develop their ideas. You can come here and like have your own space, talk to people, communicate about your ideas, you know, talk about your challenges and so forth. And in the future, I'm going to bring in some experts, some like, you know, business experts who to talk to you guys about what it really takes to become an entrepreneur and what it takes to be successful. If you guys don't know me, my name is Stanley Owak, and my nickname, or I'm popularly known as the Beton de Schengen, and I prefer that the Beton de Schengen anyway. But please, you can call me whatever you want to call me. And at this note, I'm going to say thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And even if it is just one or two people that I can inspire to become what they want to become, then I'm grateful. Then I'm thankful to God. Then I'm thankful to myself. Then I'm encouraged. You know, I'm going to come again maybe next year, because this Christmas period I'm going to go for a vacation, and I'm going to come again and maybe like January, and we talk more on other issue, like aspect of entrepreneurship. And also there's a cool technology that I'm working on. I'm working with kind of like doing kind of like a practicals with a software development company, Vala Technology, and they are thinking of investing in Africa to like kind of help, help Africans, not only Africans, like help everyone to be able to code. Coding is or IT is something which the whole world is like transforming into IT. Everyone is becoming IT. Everyone in one way or the other. People might have difficulties in the future if say they have no little or no knowledge in IT. So this software company that I'm doing my internship with, that I'm doing my practicals with, they have, their software or their system is really interesting. Everyone or anyone with little or no knowledge of IT or coding will be able to do something with it. Create fancy stuff. You can build like an application. Then in your job site. You want to do something. Anything you can do. To like in your business, or something that you want to do that is just fun. It's good. The platform is good for that. So in the future, I'm going to work more with Vala, so to extend the technology to my community and help, especially young ladies. Women. Women should also be able to encourage and take this this coding practice. IT is something which is dynamic, and it's good to encourage everyone, and more specifically women, for them to know that they can also do this as well. So thank you again, and thank you for listening. Have a nice day. May God bless you all. Bye bye.